Hello listeners, welcome back to the channel The Law Guide. In this video, we will study about the President of India in detail. We have studied this in our last video, but this video is more detailed and specifically discusses about the President. The content will include the introduction, duties, powers. Here we will study in detail the executive, legislative, financial, judicial, diplomatic, emergency, ordinance making and veto power, qualifications, election process, term, and lastly the removal process. Let's begin with the introduction. Who is the President? The President of India is the head of the Union Executive and the first person of the country. Article 52 of the Indian Constitution creates the position of the President. The President is also the head of the State of the Republic of India. He or she is considered above all the political parties since he or she is not a member of any political party. He or she is also the Supreme Commander of the Indian Armed Forces and also represents the sovereignty of the country. Now, we come on to the duties of the President. The primary duty of the President is to protect, preserve, and defend the Constitution and law of India. According to the Article 60 of the Indian Constitution, the President takes an oath for the same. Then, Part 5 of the Constitution deals with the office of the President of India. Our Constitution is a harmonious blend of different political systems like the USA and the UK. However, the President of India represents the nation but doesn't rule the country. Powers of the President. This is the most important topic of this video, so kindly listen it carefully. We will cover 9 subtopics. Starting with the executive powers, all the executive action that is being taken by the Indian government is taken under the name of the President. He or she has the power to appoint the Attorney General of India and determine his salary. He or she also has the power to appoint the Comptroller and Auditor General of India, Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners and state governors. The Prime Minister has to submit any matter on which a decision has been taken but is not considered by the Council. The President also appoints the National Commissions of Scheduled Castes, Scheduled Tribes, and of other backward classes. Second is the legislative powers. Under this, the President has the power to summon or discontinue Parliament and dissolve the Lok Sabha in case of deadlock, which means agreement of both the houses are required for a bill to pass. If there is a non-agreement or deadlock situation, the President has the power to summon a joint sitting of both the houses, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. The President has to address the Indian Parliament at the commencement of the first session after every general election. President appoints the Speaker, the Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha and the Chairman or Deputy Chairman of Rajya Sabha, and also nominates 12 members of the Rajya Sabha. Third, we come on to the financial powers. Whenever a money bill is introduced, it is a must to have the prior recommendation of the President on it. He or she has to present the union budget to the Parliament. The contingency fund of India are under his or her control, and he or she constitutes the Finance Commission every 5 years. Fourth, we come on to the judicial power. The Chief Justice and the judges of Supreme Court are appointed by the President. He or she takes the advice from the Supreme Court. However, this advice does not bind him or her. It's his or her decision to appoint the judge or not. Under Article 72, the President has the pardoning power, meaning the power to grant pardon against punishment for an offence against the Union law, punishment by a martial court or death sentence. Fifth, we come on to the diplomatic powers of the President. All the international treaties and agreements which are approved by the Parliament are negotiated and concluded under the name of the President. And in the international forums on affairs, he or she is a representative of India. Sixth are the military powers. The President is the commander of the Defence Forces of India. He or she has the power to appoint the Chief of the Army, Navy and Air Force. Seventh, emergency powers. According to the Indian Constitution, the President deals with the 3 types of emergencies: national emergency, that is Article 352, President's Rule, Article 356 and 365, and financial emergency, that is Article 360. Eighth is the ordinance making power. For this, we need to first understand the meaning of ordinance. In simple words, the word ordinance means an authoritative order. Article 123 of the Indian Constitution deals with the ordinance making power of the president. The president has many legislative powers, and this power is one of them. He or she propagates an ordinance on the recommendation of the Union Cabinet when the houses are not in session. Lastly, we come on to the veto power. Whenever a bill is introduced in the parliament, it has to be represented to the president for his or her approval. Now, it's on the president to either reject the bill, withhold his assent to the bill. The choice that the president is given is called the veto power. The veto power of the president of India is guided by Article 111 of the Indian Constitution. These were all the powers that the president holds. By moving forward, now we understand the qualifications to become the president of India. The president must be the citizen of India. He or she should not be less than the age of 35 years. He or she should be qualified for election as a member of the House of the People and should not be the member of the Parliament. How is the President of India elected? Since the President is not directly elected, an electoral college elects the President of India. The electoral college represents the elected members of the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, legislative assemblies of the state, and legislative assemblies of the Union Territory. The term of the President of India is of 5 years. However, it can be terminated within the term of 5 years due to two reasons. If the President gives a resignation letter or is impeached under Article 61 of the Indian Constitution for the violation of the Constitution. The last topic we will cover in this video is the removal process of the President. The President can be removed by the impeachment process for violation of the Constitution under Article 61. The process of impeachment takes place if either of the houses, that is the Rajya Sabha or the Lok Sabha, initiates the impeachment charges on the President. If the Lok Sabha has initiated the process after the investigation and two-thirds majority, the charges will be sent to the Rajya Sabha. Similarly, after the investigation, charges can be pressed on the President and the process of impeachment begins. That's all for today's video. If you found this information valuable, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more informative content. Share your thoughts and any questions you have in the comment section below. Until next time, stay informed and keep empowering yourself with knowledge. Thank you.